Hi, I'm Carol Cobb, and I recently went on the Romanian missions trip. We visited the Tylers in Timișoara. A few things that I gathered from the trip are, number one, I went with a group where I really didn't know anyone. I knew Jay and Janine because I had taught their kids at the academy, and I knew Dan Baggiani because his wife helps me with the 6th grade play. But Rick and Brian and Michelle, I'd never met before, and what amazed me was how well, once we got there and got started on the job, how well everyone worked together. It's as if we'd like known each other all this time, and you could tell what each other was thinking. One thing that really impressed me was how well Brian and Michelle Hackman worked together. Most of you know husbands and wives don't work very well together, but they were amazing. And one of the last things I took away from the trip is one afternoon we were going to the grocery store, Deborah and I just happened to ask her, you know, Deborah, for whatever reason, if you were to leave the mission field or health reasons or you're just done, where would you go back home in America? Because I know her kids are spread all over the United States. And she says, my home is here in Romania. She says, we would continue to live here even after we retire. She says, these are our people. This is our country now. She goes, I only visit America because my children live there and we go and visit our churches. And I was shocked at her response. I'm thinking, wow, you've developed such a love for these people that you now consider them your countrymen, and this is where you will remain even when you're done doing the mission work. And sometimes it made me think of other missionaries when they come back and visit us. You know, a lot of times we ask, oh, how does it feel to be back home in America? But I think some of them are home wherever they are, and they're really here just visiting us. So that was really an eye-opener for me as to how much we think of it as a mission field, and they think of it as their country. So, you know, the love that these missionaries have for their people is, I don't think we can quite understand it here in America, because we're thinking, why wouldn't you come back here to the greatest country? But they have a deep love and appreciation for these people. So I'm not a construction person, but I went on a construction trip. You don't have to be handy with a hammer or anything to go. They'll give you a job to do. You can get to work. It's a great opportunity to get to know the people from the church and to experience the culture from another country and to get to know the missionaries.
I'm Brian Hackman. Went on the trip to Romania this month ago or so here. And this was the first trip that my wife and I had the opportunity to go on with Valley Forge. And we really enjoyed it. Some of the highlights that were for us was the sharing, getting to know the people from the church here better that were on the group. As we were over there doing the work, we got the opportunity to work. It was a Bible college that we were working at. And the students at the Bible college, they were in their finals week. So they were in and out studying for their finals and out helping us, getting up on the scaffolding, helping do all the work. And we got to hear their stories and where their life was going and what their dreams were, and just got to know them. The Tyler's daughters were there. There was another missionary couple that was serving in another part of Romania that their 2 daughters were there. And these students just worked with us and were right in there engaged with us the whole week. And then the dean of the school, he kind of headed up the project with us, and his family was there, and his younger daughter was always getting us water and doing things for us, and it was just a privilege being able to see them at work, and the dedication that he has to training these students, and the in-depth that they were just studying so hard to prepare themselves for their mission in life that God's calling them to do later on. It was just uplifting to see them studying so hard and preparing themselves in this way. I guess it made me grateful that we're part of a church that really lifts up our missionaries. The Tylers were just so grateful for the work that we were doing. I don't know how many times we heard them say, wow, you are here again doing this, and sharing about the other things that we did in the past as a church for them. I guess the one thing that really sticks with me, though, is even though the struggles they go through, I didn't hear any of them complaining. It was more grateful for the opportunity they have to serve God in the way they are, and what they would have missed out on if they didn't take that opportunity. And it's not a sacrifice for them of what they have given up to do that. It's what they would have given up by not doing it. And that really touched me. It was when we're in God's will, following His call in our life, there's no better place to be. It just, it's fulfilling, and I could tell it was fulfilling for them, and they didn't regret a minute of what they were doing. A couple other highlights from the trip were just getting to know each other in a better way. We were on a scaffolding working. Some days it was raining. We'd come in wet, cold, hands pruned up from being in wet gloves all day. Other days they were calling for rain quite a bit of the week. Pastor Tyler would come up and say, "You'll be fine, I prayed." And next thing you know, the sun's out and we've got a beautiful day to work. It's just seeing how God just works through everything. Thank you again for the opportunity to go. We really appreciated it and really enjoyed it.